Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Today I want to get into some coaching theory, less X's and O's kind of stuff and more about how the Lakers and Mavericks approached their game from last night. Because make no mistake, this was a Game 7 of the NBA Finals kind of game here. If you don't win this one, you're going to be in a deep hole getting in that 8th spot. The Lakers treated it like a Game 7 where the Mavericks didn't. The Lakers played Kobe 47 minutes and ran virtually every offensive possession through him. Whereas on the other side, the Mavericks played Dirk Nowitzki like they do every other regular season game, taking him out in the middle of the first quarter, and he would go possessions without even touching the ball. And it made me scratch my head all game because the Mavericks never really threatened, and they took too many shots where Dirk never was even part of the offense. The Mavericks start the game with bad spacing. Marion is in Dirk's way, Dirk passes out, and O.J. Mayo airballs a 15-footer out of the pick and roll. The Lakers start going away from Kobe too, letting Pau go to work in the low post. That doesn't work out, so Kobe gets the pick and roll. Because the Mavs are so concerned with him, they hedge very high. Pau slips it early. Two Mavs rotate to Pau, a big no-no, leaving the much smaller O.J. Mayo to stop Dwight Howard. While this is nice movement by Dallas, Dirk never touches the ball once. The play does force Dwight to help, opening up a Kaman putback. This is one of the only Laker possessions in the first quarter where Kobe doesn't at least touch the ball. The Mavericks, unfortunately for them, help one pass away, giving up a Blake 3. Finally, the Mavs go right to Dirk, who makes a nearly impossible turnaround bank shot. Bottom line, good things happen when he gets touches. The Lakers have been relegated to basic motion offense, but watch how Kobe attacking opens up shots for his teammates. Even though it's a miss, Kobe isn't trying to force shots over two people. Here's Horns again, and Kobe gets to operate far from the ball. Instead of cutting high off a double screen, Kobe reads Marion and cuts back door. It takes a crazy good effort by Matrix to stop it. Same play, and this time the Mavericks have to switch to stop the backdoor cut. Kobe sees this and quickly posts up Mike James. Dirk is so concerned he doubles one pass away foolishly, but Pau can't catch the nice pass. This starts a long series of possessions where Dirk doesn't even touch the ball. No matter the result, this is not good for the Mavericks in the long run. Here's Horns again, and there's a great wrinkle. Normally Blake will screen for Kobe, like we've seen a couple times already. Mike James relaxes, gearing up for another backdoor cut, but instead Pau hands the ball off to Blake. Marion doesn't help off Kobe one pass away, and all that praying allows Blake to get away with walking his ass off. The Mavs come down and run a bizarre Kaman-Marion pick and roll, something Marion has done 20 times all season. Again, Dirk doesn't even touch it. The Lakers go right to Kobe in the post, and Marion helps one pass away. Blake could have gotten the open look, but goes back to Kobe. The sheer image of Kobe staring down Mayo forces Marion to slide over again, opening a shot for Blake. Mayo comes down, ignores everybody, including Dirk, and jacks a quick 3. We interrupt our usual programming to bring you an update on the Lakers' playoff chances. Let's compare the Lakers and Jazz opponents down the stretch. Each team has 7 games remaining. If we pretend the Lakers game versus the Clippers is really a home game, they each have 4 games at home. The Jazz have 4 games versus playoff teams, while the Lakers have 5. The Jazz played the Timberwolves twice in a row, and the Wolves have shown the ability to beat good teams recently. Since the seedings will go down to the wire, it's safe to say none of their opponents will take these games lightly. The Jazz own the tiebreaker, and if you ask me, I'd say they're the favorites to get the 8th seed. We now return you to our regular scheduled programming. No Kobe touch here, and this is the worst thing Dwight does on offense, a straight post-up. His footwork is off and he gets beyond the basket trying to shoot the hook behind his head almost. Another possession where Mike James wanders around and Dirk doesn't touch it. Kaman bricks, and Dirk is left watching. The Lakers don't F around here, pushing the ball and forcing Mike James to pick up Kobe in transition. Enough said. Look, Dirk touched it, but only to swing it and be a spectator for another Kaman miss. Kobe brings it up, gets a quick pick and roll, and a hockey assist, all from Kobe drawing attention. Treating this like any other game, Dirk goes to the bench in the middle of the first. Kobe grabs this opportunity with the big German on the bench and hits a shot over Marion only Kobe can do. Mayo decides to show Kobe he can do the same thing, and he turns an advantage against Blake into a low percentage shot. Kobe comes back down and decides to show OJ Mayo how to score in the post and get the and one. Kobe scoops up the ball on a bad Mayo turnover, and both defenders get wrapped up in his drive, which directly leads to this Earl Clark putback. Without Dirk, Dallas runs their offense well, but Carlisle takes way too long to shoot, and there's Kobe with the block. Kobe attacks in horns from the top now, getting Jamison a wide open three. Pau keeps it alive, and Kobe again breaks his man down, drawing all the Mavs to him, getting Earl Clark a three ball. Dirk gets back in, and at least they go right to him in the post. He's fresh off the bench and cold and can't get the fadeaway to go down. They get the rebound, but the Mavs go away from Dirk again and get a contested three that misses, no chance for an offensive board. Carlisle then comes down on his own and forces this layup with no teammates nearby. Kobe gets another pick and roll and gets Pau a wide open shot that he just can't knock down. And finally, Carter comes down, ignores Dirk, and jacks up a horrible three at the end of the quarter. So there you have it, sports fans. It's not about Dirk shooting the ball 100 times in a game. It's simply about running your offense through him, where the defense has to be aware and shift over, and that opens up easier shots for his teammates. Well, pretty much what happened with the Lakers and Kobe, which is why he got so many assists, didn't have to score as much, and they blew them out. The Lakers would beat the Mavericks 8 out of 10 times because simply they're better, they have more talent. But the way the Mavericks approached this game was a little head-scratching because Rick Carlisle is a great coach, but they didn't seem to understand either how desperate the situation was, or they couldn't get it to Dirk for whatever reason, and it didn't make much sense, and as a result, they are out of the playoff race. Don't worry about it. Now we got to look at the Utah Jazz and how they're going to fare over the next 6 games, and it should be riveting, exciting, epic, all those things, and it'll go down to the wire. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for lots more coming up at B-Ball Breakdown, because we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?